afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda in the West. It is Jimmy Hoi, fighting here for America, freedom, democracy, taking on the role here of the 6th Armored Division with Rifle Company, recon support, and mechanized with triple infantry bullets. As always, versus the East, it is Deadbolt, fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 107th Panzer Brigade. Can't quite remember the name. It had a name, but right now the name is actually slipping from my mind there. Grand offensive though, Luftwaffe and special operations with infantry and tank gun and machine gun. Start right built there for Jamie. As always, please comment, like, share, and subscribe, and press that bell button. That make me happy, and also help you get out notifications of my videos more often. Since again, YouTube algorithms being as they are, a cruel and insane machination. Also, a big thanks to my Patreon supporters for keeping allowing me to do what I do on a monthly basis. A big thanks to you. You're all part of my company heroes. You too can join the ranks for pledging on Patreon or donating yourself. Links are in the video description. Point things got things sent up north with a trap being set up with a Deadbolt against Jimmy here. Setting up to get close range here with the Sturmgewehr. Looks like Jimmy narrowly spots it, but even then may not be enough here since up close the Sturm partners will typically dominate against most basic infantry. There goes Cecil pushing back. I feel like he could have been a bit faster. Pursuit actually getting some more kills on the route score, maybe forcing retreat, which made it easier to grab the point. They could still hide, I think, here behind some of the shrubbery to grab the point. In the south here, but skirmish from the Fultoners and the rear echelons. Rear echelons, I do not think will have much of a great chance there. Third route squad there for Jimmy. More Fultons there for Deadbolt. And there go Panzer Brigade Feldherrnhalle. There we go. The Feldherrnhalle was created alongside the Panzergrenadier Division Feldherrnhalle, by the way, as a fun fact. Based off old Sturmabteilung members in part, to sort of create like a new elite division that way. Out of all of those people have been disbanded after the Night of the Long Knives and a place for the SS, by the way. Little fun story there. Sturm was going for the echelons. Well, it's fun and fun when, you know, the name rather hints at people getting murdered. So, you know. Anyway, Sturm Pony is there, pursuing the echelons. Folks, the moving quickly wipe in Jimmy here in the early game. That's going to hurt Jimmy, wrapping open up there. Next to cover the Sturm Pony is pretty rapidly caught here. And Deadbolt is very rapidly pulling them back. We got Luftwaffe ground forces here for Deadbolt with heavy fortifications, Stuka smoke reconnaissance, Fallschirmjägers, Vanguard assault, and airborne assault. Lots of assaults there. Folks, in the center. We got the truck on the way for Deadbolt, the Schwerer Wehrmacht Schlepper. And we got Jamie here with Rifle Company, featuring the EC8, rifle defensive structures, advanced infantry equipment, aka flamethrowers, fire up, and white phosphorus barrages. Folks with Rifle Company fired out here in the center. Jimmy himself also taking up. Probably going to be the platoon command post there being activated for Jimmy. As for what Deadbolt is planning here, Battlefield Headquarters, Mechanized Regiment both on the table. The Mechanized Regiment is certainly a bit more popular at times, but still, you see some people going for Battlefield Headquarters and actually doing quite well with it. Up north here, folks with the rifle skirmishing out there for the northern resources. More full screens moving in here for Deadbolt to try and tip the scales in favour of Deutschland here in the centre. Southwise, meanwhile, Jimmy's making good progress, but the fighting continues. I mean, it's not really like an accelerating battle here, just a bunch of people shooting across a small pit of terrain there. Sturm's going to flank here, that's much better. Up north here, Fulton is bypass the route squad, Banham cut off. Signalling to, of course, Jimmy that there's at least a truck out on the field, though whether or not, of course, it's upgraded, Jimmy can't tell. Sturm has a rifle squad, could see a wipe here on Jimmy here in the early game, and that in fact looks like to be a good flank there by Deadbolt, punishing here. Jimmy there, go flame for up. He almost lost the second rifle squad. That could have easily been a GG moment there. Still, losing the rifle squad early on hurts. Though of course he is playing against the Americans, and he does get 3 units as he takes up. That's typically one of the way the American sort of early game action can help offset these early wipes that unlike the other factions, since they don't get free stuff as they take up. So that's of course a nice little faction. Of course, it also means if they don't get any wipes on the Americans early on, they can quickly snowball with all the free extra infantry get that way. So that is also worth keeping in mind here. Around the centre here, but it's skirmishing up north here. It's then being forced to back off. In the south here, I'm going to hit for the fuel point there. Very good. Around the point here. I'm guessing we're seeing some 50 calls here for Jimmy. Maybe some Stuart rushes here. We got Mechanized written there for Deadbolt in the end. Probably to go for Puma to help deal with any potential Stuart light tanks here from Jamie. Fulton against the Lieutenant here by the fuel point. In the centre, Fulton's rifle division pushing back the Fulton's there. Deadbolt's men forced to well bolt for it. In the south here, going for the fuel point here. Very good. He could lay up some sandbags around here, since that way the opponent couldn't need to use the sandbags due to the light cart there being in the way. So that could be something there to consider for Jimmy. Always going to hurt here Deadbolt's fuel resource, but at the same time he's doing the same here to Jim, but the lieutenant here looks like he baited him into that. Counter-attacking now. Small chance he'll wipe if Deadbolt isn't fast enough to react. We got Luftwaffe ground force calling in the Fallschirmjägers here. Nearby, 3rd Fallschirmjäger Regiment being sent to support the 107th Panzer Brigade Feldherrnhalle. Fun fact, it was the only Panzer Brigade which was not disbanded, upgraded, or merged into another unit by the end of the war. They actually retained its status as a Panzer Brigade throughout the entire war. As most of them either performed really poorly and was just shut down pretty fast, or got upgraded as like divisional status. Or in some cases just like, popped into another unit. A little fun fact there. Generally though, Panzer Brigades are not the sort of, say, German formation that gets talked about a lot, but then again most late war German formations rarely get much of a talk, even like Volksgrenadiers divisions, despite, people like to feature Volksgrenadiers in their games. It tends not to like historically be a lot of focus on, at least a lot of sources either. Anyways, troops moving through the centre here. Can soon go for the Puma. Well, he can't actually. He's been really harassed here by Jimmy there, so fuel is not quite as forthcoming from him. Or for him. Meanwhile, Jimmy could go for the Stuart light tank. In fact, he does commit to the Stuart light tank here. Clearly not worried about any fast Pumas. Though, of course, the Stuart will force the Puma. Of course, it also means he doesn't have to worry about the looks, at least not right away. So on the fuel then reclaimed here for the German army. Still does give Jimmy there a bit of extra fuel edge here over Deadbolt and the Panzer Brigade. Sturmpionier hitting southwards. Rifle fleeing for Vietnam sitting out there, ready to roast some krauts. And we got a second fighting squad here for Deadbolt, really adding in some of those airborne elite infantrymen here versus Jimmy. Also, fun fact about Fallschirmjägers: by the late war stages, they're actually racing up a lot of Fallschirmjäger divisions, but most of them were in fact not of very good quality, and in most cases were basically nothing more than glorified Volksgrenadiers because they had a same amount of training and roughly around the same level of equipment. Still a fun fact there as well. They just had like almost the same as the Fallschirmjägers, except they had to make do with the Stahlhelm instead of the Fallschirmjäger helm there. Little fun fact there as well. Anyway, Stuart lighting ahead here. We got a full route here for Jimmy. Stuart looming in to assist there. We got a bang grenade retreat path. Thank God in Himmel! That could have been so much more improving then. Narrowly avoided losing 2 squads to that bung grenade. That was just brutal there from Deadbolt. Really punishing Jimmy there for extending with his troops and not securing his flanks. Thumbs up there to Deadbolt and Deutschland. Stuart lighting on 1 kill. 50 cal almost done. He's going to need a lot of reinforcement now to get all these troops back in action. Quite painful there. Lieutenant also routed here by Deadbolt's forces. Stuart light tank here with 1 kill. South side also being gobbled up with the German army. Sturmpionier and Volkswagen up there. Goes Stuart light. Oh, not Stuart, but Puma on the way there for Deadbolt, the 234-2. There's a total of 4 variations on the 234 armoured car, well, heavy armoured car. Yeah, the standard one with the 2cm cannon. You had the Puma, which was a more limited series run, because the German High Command was actually worried that you could make armoured cars and crews too bold if they had like that kind of gun. And they had like the 234-3 and 4, which effectively just either featured a Pack 40 or 75mm sort of Stummel or low velocity cannon in a more fixed position without a turret. Fun fact there, by the way. Fun fact. Got a chance of the distance here. Stuart opening up as well there. Getting some good damage. And the Pumas now out here and ready to pursue Jimmy's Stuart light tank. We'll have to see of course hands that 50 cal sitting up here right in front of the Volkswagen. They're going to ban gun off, putting them in. Forcing retreat here. They're going to take a lot of damage from the 50 cal. Stuart also being riding the Sturmpionier. Puma they're moving out here from Deadbolt's base. In the centre, going up, we have rifle reasons bring up the 50 cal ready to support as well. They may need to pop some armour piercing rounds. Since Stuart needs to stay close here. We should, of course, be expecting a Puma, since in most cases the Ober Commander's response to a light tank is a Puma. So there you go. We didn't quite plan that far ahead. It seems like Lieutenant's going in and not even mission for a bazooka here, at least not in the precision poppet. Got the stun rounds there. I'm not entirely sure what Jimmy's hoping to do here. Armour piercing round not loaded up there. Almost got it, but I don't think they'll be able to do it. There you go, lost the Stuart, didn't get the Puma. Bit of a shame there for Jim. I feel like this could have been avoided. And again, had he reminded himself that Pumas are very likely to happen if you're up against the Ober Commander Vest. It's a bit unfortunate there for Jimmy. Great for Deadbolt though. Getting rid of that helps. So again, Jimmy is quick to harass and slow down Deadbolt's resources. There you go, Rifle could actually maybe finish it off in the tank rifle if he's paying attention. Maybe he fails, so it doesn't get lucky enough here. Ah, sliver of health. Got him, Himmel. That was incredibly lucky there for Deadbolt. And, well, the opposite of really lucky for Jimmy. That's got to feel pretty awful to see a Puma get away with the tiniest of tiny slivers of health. Now the 5th cal they have for Jimmy to help contain all of Deadbolt's infantry. Deadbolt's all taking up. Probably to get out the fast rear punted quarters so you can swiftly upgrade the Fallschirmjägers with a second FT-42s. Not a bad idea there. Still good harassment there from both sides. Good active play here, so look to outsmart the L1 and hurt them as badly as possible. Ralph's got need to be careful. Of course, got the Fallschirmjäger sending out here. Caught here with the 5th cal, the Mardus. Of course, Fallschirmjäger on the flank path here to the 5th cal is going to force a retreat here. Fallschirmjäger is routed, ground the northern fuel point, got further northern points here. 5th cal out there for Jimmy, and got the steward lighting on there for him as well. Another steward? Really? I have to admit, the second steward in this situation is a strange pick in my eyes. I mean, Mark occasionally see a second T-70 from the surge, but the second steward light tank from the Americans is almost unheard of. And there's like they already got the first one alone, they're trying to like further push ahead, but current timing, steward number 2 seems a bit suspect. At least you should go for some bazookas on the lieutenant to support the steward or something like that. Might get a weapon racks up for the bazookas there. Just going for the steward light tank like this seems questionable, but who knows? There's always room for surprises, of course. There's always room for surprises, but I'm not entirely sure if this is the sort of surprise he's looking for. There you go, second steward lighting almost done. 5th cal sitting up here, doing some light damage into the Puma. Faltering up to 40, lieutenant up in the building. Do we get a bazooka? Still, the answer to that is no. Faltering around the 5th cal, caught in a nice little ambush there. Thumbs up to Deadbolt for his constant pressure and aggression here versus Jimmy. Still lighting up north. Could of course also consider laying down some mines. I mean, trapping up the Puma on a mine would be great here for Jimmy. And of course, pretty bad for Deadbolt. So far, no sign of either. No sign of either. Shroud Punter calls up here. Still going to take some time to authorize it and get anything going with it. But again, it does mean he can upgrade his Fallschirmjägers with that second FT-42 set there, increasing their firepower significantly versus Jimmy's infantry. And he's going for a third 50 caliber here. That's an interesting shift there from Jimmy. Triple heavy machine guns there. But again, with 50 caliber being currently in-game the most mobile of heavy machine guns, despite in the actual war it weighed about 50 kilos, and like, you know, while it's still being used for the US Army today, they're also intensively trying to like make a lighter version of it because it's damn heavy. White Foss going in the center against Deadbolt though. Could catch your troops in a pretty awkward spot there. Maybe even get some wipes. I think it's too slow to react. And there you go. White Foss was covers the entire area. White Foss is being some incredibly nasty stuff, by the way. Lieutenant, they finally got the bazooka here. Troops around the center. Up north, they're going for the victory point there. Got Steel and Punch retreating. And we got the third 50 cal out there for Jimmy versus Deadbolt. Deadbolt, by the way, can, I believe, authorize here the Shroud 100 quarters, giving in full authorization here to use the 30cm flak. Puma heading northwards here for Deadbolt. Sandbags up there by Jimmy. Thumbs up. Back here, troops reinforcing. His Steel and Punch are back. All being routed back. This can actually lay down the medical supplies and heal up his troops because right now, most of them are pretty badly beaten up. So right now, Jimmy actually has a pretty good opportunity to push ahead against Deadbolt, of course, most of the front here. So thumbs up there to Jimmy and a sideways thumb there to Deadbolt. Setting up around the center. South there. I don't know why setting that one up there. I feel like that could be further ahead here for Jimmy, to be honest. Like maybe up in this building instead of back there. That seems awfully cautious. A bit pessimistic. That said, of course, Jimmy should now begin moving ahead, I think, up the tech tree. Got a big push being lined up in the center. Fallschirmjägers moving ahead with infantry support. They're going to rush straight into the double 50 cals. There's going to be a slaughter here against Deadbolt's troops. There you go. Fallschirmjägers all being met here with heavy machine gun fire. Their troops are being bled dry in the dirt and the grass. Up north, he's swinging behind here. Jimmy's northern assault here. Deadbolt strikes hard for Deutschland. Fallschirmjägers are routed, ultimately overcome there by sheer fire. And their quick 50 cal trying to catch the Fallschirmjäger in the negative cover and suppress them as well, causing significant damage, pinning down one of the squads and making them beg for mercy. And then order to fall back. In the south, they're going for the fuel pond. He's actually laying down mines while doing so. Almost got authorized here, though. And he's actually right at the edge where he can't shoot, but also can't see him. So that's kind of sneaky there by Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't necessarily know it's where it is specifically if it's ready. Going here for the company command push. You could, of course, try and push for the major. But right now, again, he is somewhat a bit behind due to the double steward. So pushing ahead. Oh! Narrowly. Geez. Ah, the mine went off him as well. That went from like, oh right, nice to, oh god, no. In a matter of moments. Fall to the right in the center by the double 50 cals. I still feel like this is way too defensive. Again, it's been here, been like much more disruptive for Deadbolt's movements. Puma then getting the 50 cal here. Still light tank has not really done a lot there, which again I also think just further highlights that maybe it wasn't really necessary for Jim to go for a second one. Oh, I got the captain ready. We're both seeing at least, I imagine, 200 tanks for Jimmy. Could obviously pack houses since they'll be quite good against Deadbolt. And also a small map like Vilshanka. Pack houses is just great. Dead Goblin up there. Pushing north at sea, filters around it. South side here, we got a steady advance. And of course, here the 5th cal could pay off. And of course, this is probably what Jimmy's banking on. You know, his opponent thinking, right, the south is clear. Vorwärts for victory. And then they run to the 5th cal and they go like, ach, scheiße, so ist verdammte Amerikaner. Puma there, rounded by the 5th cal. Have a look at Captain also nearby, adding a BR there. Very good. And one anti-tank in for Jimmy. North there, pointing sees the Jimmy in the south. Heat trooping to still help by the 5th cal. Trying to get into heavy cover, but they're taking a lot of damage here. They're suppressed and likely will be pinned soon. There we go. Pinned down to the ground. Second Fox coming up there. Machine gun routed. Other 5th coming about. The suit's going to have to rush down southwards to help deal with that position. And there you go, falling back from here. And one anti-tank ready there. Deadbolt going for not any armor. It's going for the battlefield headquarters now. Interesting timing here. Whereas Deadbolt decided all of a sudden he wants to go for a King Tiger. That'd be an interesting strategic decision. And not one I necessarily would recommend at all. But here we are. I mean, that would give Jimmy a lot of time to take up and begin pushing for medium armor and like establish critical mass there against Deadbolt, which would risk, I think, really minimizing any effectiveness of the King Tiger. Choosing the southern point to get back. We got 300 and 355 so far, close and victory point between the two sides. Deadbolt's trying to fall behind in a lot of other ways. So again, the battlefield headquarters seems like a strange timing. I mean, I can understand he wants medics out, but I also feel like you should probably push for some like medium armor first. Still being pushed back here. 5th cal also routed. He's going to lose that Steward. I think there you go. Notice he pops smokes here to disrupt the target in the Steward light tank. Allowing the Puma to get some more shots. Thumbs up there to Deadbolt. Stinging blow there to Jimmy and to the 6th Armored Division. The Southie. Jump has gone to the 5th cal. The Rifle Squad being met with a very American reception there. The good old Texas 2nd afternoon tea. Steward light tank there routed. Lightning gunning for Deadbolt. Looks like he's actually planning artillery versus Jimmy to maybe try and break the situation. That's not a bad idea at all. I mean, artillery again can provide you with a lot of critical elements here during a fight. So, 2 thumbs up there to Deadbolt, who meanwhile has yet to commit to turning out to the ground. There you go. Great hit from the M1 on the Puma, forcing Deadbolt to fall back with it. Jimmy, though, definitely should take up. That way, he should go for the, well, some artillery in some way. Light infantry second shot's almost done. Ground point this time, making sure to stand at the very edge there, and of course, not laying down any mines that, you know, could backfire on them. Obviously got the Falcon Squad up north there. A stinging blow there, positive Deadbolt, and the 1 and 7th Panther Brigade if he does not get out of there fast. Full Grenadiers and Falcon moving in, and the Falcon narrowly survives that encounter with the United States Army. There you go, fuel point cut off once more. Slowing down, hit Deadbolt's income almost to a grind in terms of fuel, whereas Jimmy's just flowing in it. Tech those on the way for Jimmy, Major on the way. You should definitely consider some EC8 since the Puma tend to struggle with more premium tanks due to the heavy armor and more health. Of course, we'd also go for Jackson Tank Destroyer, but I think the EC8C would be the solid counter there. And Deadbolt's coming to double light infantry guns. Definitely starting to see a lot more Orbital Commander's players commit to double light infantry guns. As they can be, of course, quite nasty. Grab the Norman points here, very good by Deadbolt. We got 209 of 355. That's set. The rest of Deadbolt's map situation is looking less than great or fine. Lieutenant in the bazooka lands a great hit there on the Puma, forcing to commit or fall back a bit. Another tank for Jimmy. Tech is almost done as well, which point he can begin pushing for tanks again. I would strongly recommend EZ8 here. Strong recommend easy. Well, that may be Scots actually to help deal with the enemy artillery and put pressure also on the Schwer Panther quarters. Major out for Jimmy, and we got the 2nd M1 anti-tank gun ready. Forces advancing on the center, straight to the 50 cal there. North there, Volkswagen on the point there. It's only catching the Volkswagen trying to hit for the Southern Field. Still has the 50 caliber there. And there you go, second line gun ready, increasing of course the amount of artillery the Deadbolt has by 2 times. Well, by a lot. Since now he has 2 artillery pieces or 1. That's, you know, twice as much artillery. South Hill is empty with the Volkswagens there. Puma's in to shoot. Except for Ralph Squad, he's going to find a tank rifle in the area. Oh, does not do so. Alright, cancels it. Got 2 Fox Squads moving ahead here from, and we got, ooh, Stuka Smoke Reconnaissance against the 50 caliber here. Suppressing the position effectively. Thumbs up to the Deadbolt. Fighting towards the reaction of the captain. No machine gun nearby to support here. Oh, no mind, spoke too soon. There is one, in fact, right on hand there to stop those crap paratroopers of North here. Folks, isolated from those forces quickly being focused down here by the Americans. Small chance of wiping him. So looks like it might actually happen. Yeah, that's going to be a bit painful there for Deadbolt. And there you go, folks, squad annihilated. Choosing for the center 50 caliber, taking heavy fire here from both line for guns there, laying down a voluminous barrage of death and destruction. Orbison on the way here for Deadbolt, and a more elite infantry to his force in the south here. We got Stumpites clashing out here with the rifle squad. Jimmy here can soon go for the Sherman EC8 here to roll over those cracks. Coming out there. Rifles with the Puma. Stumpites popping in close to the rifle squad. More Orbital done. Oh, not more Orbital, but the Orbital almost done. This hand here close to eventually Veteran C3 rifle squad as well. They haven't been doing a lot of damage in a way. Probably should consider upgrading with VAR. So eventually there you go, fight support with the 2 squads. Meanwhile the anti is being hosted down with the fighter, but then in return getting suppressed by a 50 caliber nearby. Fighter squads on the rifle squad here. The AFT-42 just tank from there you go. Bungering a lieutenant. Narrowly avoids that. And the Falcon helps to retreat on both counts. Puma here moving in, sneaking a shot there. 7 kills close to the ace level. Orbs on there. Not yet enough ammunition for the LMG-34. Grabbing the southern point. Lightning's coming up here for Deadbolt. Fifth cal cap. Now we have something southwards here. We got 212 with 330 cents. Jackson tanks there for Jimmy. Not the EC8 again. Jackson's doesn't have a lot of range compared to the Puma. Again, the EC8 just can take the hits from the Puma better and also bounce its shots better. Which tend to be like one of the things you just tend to deal with the Puma much better. It's just stuff it can't easily penetrate. So I don't feel like here Jamie should just be going for the Sherman EC8. Plus the EC8 is also great versus all of Deadbolt's infantry. Which the Jackson is not. So that would be my opinion there. Got a wipe again in Deadbolt, losing the Sturmpanzer squad. Deadbolt, after starting to get more mindful of his infantry, those kind of losses can quickly pile up if he's not careful. North Evac point claimed by the Americans, but we got fights makes contact attacking, though we got the 5th Copper hiding up here in the shadow of the church. The south here. Fighting over the southern victory point once more, and seeing so now the 50 cal rifle moving in there, forced retreat here from Deadbolt. We got 212 versus 318. And it does seem like it's actually starting here for the King Tiger. A pretty ambitious strategy, though probably helped a bit by again Jimmy's not pushing armor as hard as he could here versus Deadbolt. Which would otherwise make such a strategy a lot more hazardous. But it seems like here the Deadbolt's actually able to keep like Jimmy on the defense and also not quite focused on the possibilities for King Tiger perhaps. In terms of like time, we are probably looking at like 3 more minutes before Deadbolt can call in the King Tiger, the Königstiger, Tiger 2 or Tiger B. Just flanking through the south here, Volkswagen is moving out. Adding the LMG-34 to the Oberstaden. Fallschirmjägers, close to Ace, veteran filming up the southern victory point. We got 212 silvers with 309. Coming to the building right in front of the 5th cal, plus the captain nearby. That would help with it. Well, something help deal with them. There you go, forcing out in the open, forcing retreat as well. Jackson hanging back here for Jamie so far. He has yet to spot the Puma and deal with it. And really doesn't have anything else to do then, since it obviously can't really do much against infantry whatsoever. We got the line for gun there with Veteran 2. No kills though, impressively. They almost actually got the kills, but mostly just been doing all the damage. But scout mission in the south here. 50 cal continue to be a crucial element here for Jimmy, just suppressing Deadbolt's infantry and quickly allowing him to turn the engagement in his favour. More till fire there against the Major. Northern points being seized, looking to perhaps swing around here behind Deadbolt's front line, maybe take out the line for guns. That could be quite effective, since in particular the northern one is really exposed. But Jimmy, of course, lacking tanks, lacks anything to like swiftly do that, since it's around the Jackson. The Jackson, like, it's terrible against infantry, isn't particularly great against light infantry guns either. And this is where tank would be much more useful. So I feel like the lack of an easy hit here for Jimmy is a bit of a mistake. There we go. Goodbye to Laden, causing heavy loss amongst the echelons. North here, bit skirms, getting a fight to make assault here, backed up by Fulton is here. Going for northern point, 5th cal quickly routed, and the captain also decides to fall back once he sees the machine gun, so they get the hell out of here. Hey captain, yeah, I see the 50 cal running. God damn it, not again. Retreat! We're not gonna die out here. Not like this. And we see on the southern point here. Deadbolt's definitely keeping that Puma sort of present, but at the same time, not enough present to like really risk it, just enough to like keep Jimmy like focused on it. So, like, has to, like, he can't ignore it. It has to like send in a lot of anti-tank assets, but at the same time he's just doing in such a manner that he can't easily catch up to it. So like this anti-tank stuff is currently not doing much. But there you go. It's soon going to find some work. He's got the King Tiger out here, the Tiger 2. Heavily armored heavy tank with a really big gun, high velocity 88mm gun. Same is used on the Yak Panther and the Elephant heavy tank destroyers. Front part there. Fighting with the Student Passport pushing southwards here against Jamie's small incursion for the southern field point. We got 12 to 244. Deadbolt's really starting to catch up with Jimmy in terms of victory points now. There you go, King Tiger advancing through the centre. These self-propelled fortress of German steel and wills. Moving ahead here, close to Vet 73. Seeing on them points. Great hit for the Jackson and the Puma. Shot fire. Got the anti-tank setting out there. Great hit with the Jackson. Oh, but King Tiger meanwhile taking heavy damage from all the anti-tank guns. Switching off the armor pigeon as well. They're very good. You should remember to pop take aim to further increase the line of sight and range. King Tiger, they're almost knocked out there, down to, well, roughly a third of its health, and hasn't really done any killing. It has done some damage, but that's about it. Compared to so much more damage. Raffner's taking a nasty hit there from the King Tiger. Lewis gets blown apart. Still, even with the heavy damage, the King Tiger not doing a ton. He's still managed to push back. Jenny's still holding most of the map here, so Jenny is struggling a bit. And I imagine that King Tiger's going to be a significantly large factor in his plans alongside the Puma. Puma there getting eventually free, by the way. Very good there. And it's quick to zoom out of there. Thanks to the Lieutenant's bazooka. King Tiger, though, in dire repairs. We finally got the repair parties with Deadbolt. Of course, we will need the Sturm parts to assist with the King Tiger's repairs. We got barbed wire around the centre. The Kednev, or lightning gun to push back with the captain and the 5th Cup. There you go. King Tiger strikes for Deutschland, blowing apart most of the captain's unit, including the captain. My God, the Captain Wilson. God damn. With what? Well, a really big tank. God damn. How big? Well, I don't know. Bigger than your mom's house? Hey. Anyways, need to fix up the King Tiger. He's on the southern point. Folks going for the northern field point there. 5 makers there close to FT3. The other squad is in fact very close to FT4. 5 makers probably being like the German infantry that get some of the most offensive bonuses from the Oberkommando West, since most of them only tend to like get 2 veterancy bonuses there with any sort of offensive capability. The Falcon I think get around 3. Lost the anti-tank on there to the Obersoldaten. 7 kills there. Falcon, they're gaining actually 4. Blend cover in the midst of the troops. Very good. They're further disrupted. Jimmy's formation comes out there to Deadbolt. King Tiger's also good to go once more here for Germany. Deutschland. 200 points left now here for Jimmy versus Deadbolt. Jackson tanks are good to go. He's probably going to need another one here versus the King Tiger. And the line guns just keep firing away. Again, the artillery advantage here that Deadbolt isn't able to amass using the line guns is great. And Jimmy, again, lacking artillery, has no way really, like, you know, perhaps silencing it. And it's like funny because, again, like, he has the pack howitzer, which is probably one of the best light artillery pieces in the game by far. Bomb grenade in the midst of the troops there. Captain taking nasty from the King Tiger. 7 kills. 9 kills. And there you go, directly from the Jackson tank, punching through the King Tiger's armor. Trying to destroy the M1 anti-tank gun there. And destroyed. Robinson pushing northwards here. Needs to grab back the fuel pump. We've got 205, so 187. Things is down to slightly spotlight control here for Jimmy. And he still needs to think more armor tank shots here. Puma moving in, going for the Jackson tank shots inside the base here. Pretty bold maneuver there. Almost could lose the Puma here, which is also close maybe 4. Generating another hit on the Jackson. Does zoom away and taking the flank of the King Tiger. Ambulance knocked down here by the King Tiger. 12 kills already. Anti-tank gun pierces the King Tiger's thick armor. Coming under fire from the King Tiger down to a champ, but King Tiger misses the Jackson moving in here. Might want to pop the HVAP rounds for increased penetration there. Northern point being seized here by Jamie, moving for the victory point and the munitions. Looking to stem the bleeding currently here, being enacted against him by Deadbolt on the south. 5th Cup could go for the southern victory point there, reclaim that. Anti-tank gets a good hit down on the King Tiger. Close eventually too, by getting flanked of the Fallschirmjägers. And the Jackson can't help us, the Fallschirmjägers can help us, the King Tiger, but against the Fallschirmjägers, the Jackson is very much powerless. Anti-tank cleared out there. The crew snuffed out. King Tiger with 14 kills immediately pops the spearhead as soon as he can. Thumbs up there to Deadbolt. But it does give the King Tiger several benefits there. Its frontal machine gun there, by the way, can suppress troops when it's in spearhead mode. And it gains better rotation there. And line of sight there, and he's sort of not in front of it. Puma there, they're racing to the base there, close 24, but also close to getting knocked down if he's not careful. Does get away though. Does get away. King Tiger half HP between there, go anti-tank destroyed. Jackson misses. In the center, we got a push here by Jimmy, counting on the Obersoldaten. Another ambulance here for Jimmy. Democracy. There we go, second ambulance right here for Jimmy. For freedom. Democracy. King Tiger there hosing away there. 19 kills, still jacking up the great hit with its HVAP rounds, punching straight through the King Tiger's thick frontal armor. Could he finish it off here? Not impossible, but may also simply not pay off. And there you go, he decides not to pursue and press his luck. Link from Northern Victory Point, Major Rad, 5th Gold swing back. Northern Troop on once more claimed here by the German arm. They go, bun grenade. Nah, didn't quite pay off there. Troops reinforcing healing, troops taking north, sick, Captain Ralph Squad moving in there. Send security as the King Tiger falling back here under Deadbolt's command. Fighting going north here, you got the Captain Ralph as the Fallschirmjägers. 25 kills, ace level. And there you go, using the Captain's boost to make the Rifle Squad even better. The Fallschirmjägers are close, almost getting the entire unit up. But there you go, over something on the flank here. 10 kills there. Neatly, they're taking heavy loss from the Rifle Squad. The Captain of the BARs laying down a furious storm of lead, which the Obersoldaten cannot withstand out in the open. In the south here, lightning can just keep firing away there. Jackson good to go once more. Still no additional armor here from Jimmy. As for Deadbolt, you could actually go for a Panzer IV right about now. Supports King Tiger and his Puma. That wouldn't be a bad idea at all. I think that would be a pretty good idea. But so far, no additional sign of that here from Deadbolt. In the south, points are further being gobbled up there by the German army. Got 205, it's 105. 100-point difference. Northern big points seized by the Captain. And the Kedneff of Deadbolt. Interesting timing for that. Like, he's clearly not felt like he's needed it for like most of the match. I'm not entirely sure he went for the Kedneff for now. Like, he's fulfilling some sort of a Kedneff quote and he's like behind on it. My God, I haven't built enough for Kedneff for 6 months. If I don't at least build one now, as if you'll be most upset with me, well, I might get demoted. Reverse! I'll have to listen to Goering. Falcons the right positions in the south here. King Tiger pushing north with 2 plus 52 there. She's ready to unleash some hell there. Punching on my gun there. Go great on the lieutenant. Punching right through with its 88mm gun. Machine gun blazing away. Hot death. Troop suppressed as well with the King Tiger's storm of lead. We got White Fox in the advance here. So we caught the 5th couple. There we go. May actually. Oh, they basically just killed the gunner so fast they're gunning far off there. White Fox then Gulf. Deadbolt's infantry in a storm of noxious chemicals. Storm Punion sitting out. Troops in the north there. Puma is steady closing on the farm. There you go. Rushing in the Puma as the Jackson tanks. So an aggressive rush here by Deadbolt. Tank doing a lot of damage to the Jackson. Almost got it. Eventually 5 gain. And he actually pops smoke to confuse it. Shoots it. And there you go. Actually takes out the Jackson tank. So a bold raid there by Deadbolt. Knocking out the Jackson with a single Puma raid. Brutal. Another Jackson there for Jimmy. I don't think another Jackson can help him much now, to be honest. And again, I still feel like he should have gone for Sherman. Would have been better versus the infantry. But also, I think actually better suited for dealing with a Puma. So I think that might have been Jimmy's mistake there, unfortunately. But lack of a Sherman ECA. Well scored there was the Falchion Jaegers. King Tiger being hit. They're very, very close for T2. Jackson halfway done. We got 81 versus 188. Got the other ambulance getting next to 2. They increased accuracy. Great hit on the captain. Almost getting a wipe. There we go. Jimmy is getting brutally beaten to death here by Deadbolt. And there you go. GG. Game over. All off for Jimmy. Democracy. America. A brutal fight here on Vilshanka, but again I feel like while Jimmy had some good moments there, the second stint was questionable, plus the lack of ECH I think was also a very much grievous mistake that I think did not do Jimmy a lot of good here versus Deadbolt. So nice play those with Deadbolt, good use of the King Tiger, nice aggressive use but not recklessly so, sort of able to balance what you need to do with the King Tiger quite well. So thumbs up the Deadbolt. Hope you enjoyed the match, hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, don't tell enemies. This is Pro Links and cheers. Thank you for watching, up till tomorrow again for our next episode. Bye.